So I've been monetized on YouTube for about 5 months now, and I've also been a full-time creator for just over a year. In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly how much YouTube has paid me through AdSense and where that's come from. I'm going to also talk about how I've made close to £140,000 through my short form content and talk about brand deals. I'm then going to take what I've learned there and talk about my monetization strategy going forward for YouTube so that you can take things away from it and apply it to your own. And so to get started with this, I'm going to go over to my computer and we're going to walk through the stats. All right, let's get into it. So firstly, I'm gonna go through my YouTube AdSense stats and we're just gonna dive straight in here. So we're just on my analytics dashboard here. This is last 28 days and I'm gonna change this to, I got monetized on around the 2nd of July. So if I just put it up to here, this is 5 months. As you can see, my total estimated revenue is £2,322. The gap here, funny story. Well, it's not a funny story. I hadn't confirmed my identity or something, and it didn't tell me that I wasn't monetizing, and so it essentially turned it off for like 25 days. I ended up losing about £300, but you know, lesson learned. As soon as you get monetized, make sure you fill out all of the verification things straight away, otherwise it will turn off the monetization. But if we go a bit deeper into this and just see what videos exactly is making that money. I have one big video at the moment, and it's this one here. Content creation has completely changed my life. It's done 273,000 views and it's done £1,600. 69%, great number. Massive difference compared to the rest. And what you'll find as time goes on, most of people's AdSense revenue will be made up by a collection of their viral videos that just continue to get sent out forever. All of these other ones still add to the pie, they trickle along, but you want to have a few big hitters, which is going to make most of your revenue. So without this one, I wouldn't have actually made that much money. And if we go into it and we can look here at the CPM and also the RPM. If we look at the CPM, which is £10, so that's how much it's roughly costing advertisers to buy 1,000 impressions on sort of my video, my types of channel. And then I get £5.90 of it. I think the rev split is like 55-45, something like that. So you don't get a huge amount of money there. The reason why I think this video has done so well in terms of virality is it was about my story and journey. Some of you might have seen this video. It's me talking about, like my journey as a content creator. And the reason why it's also done well in revenue is that it's 21 minutes long and it's got like a 40% watch time, which means that there's lots of placements in here for ads because it's a 21-minute video. So if somebody's watching all of that, they're potentially getting shown 3, 4, 5 ads along the way, compared to maybe an 8 to 10-minute video, which might only have 1 or 2. And then if we look at another video I've got is actually one that's doing well on search. This is the best 21 websites for free editing assets. 800,000 impressions. This one's done £122, but interestingly, this video took a while to get going. Sometimes when you do search-based videos, you kind of just have to trust that if you've done your homework, that it will do well over time. If you look here, took like 45 to 90 days to really start going, and now look, all of a sudden, this isn't stopping. This is just getting sent out here. And this estimated revenue, again, this will just pick up over time. It's not making a huge amount of money, but you know, every day, £2 or £3 tricking along over a year, that might be £500-600. And then if we get 10 of those videos, that's potentially £6,000 over the year, you know? So I mean, YouTube AdSense is all a long game. It's not really something that probably could earn you enough amount of money in a short period of time to go full time, but it's definitely something that when you go full time is just a nice earner, because the bigger the library of videos that you have, the more they'll all just collectively add together, and your total monthly income each month from AdSense will just start to rise, and it might be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and actually find that it's basically paying for your lifestyle. But for me personally, I actually treat AdSense as a little bit of a bonus. I don't rely on this income. It's just a nice top up to the main way I make money, which is through brand deals. And so that moves us on to the next section, because I really wanted to focus on the short form side of my content, because a lot of people have seen that I'm full-time and have looked at my YouTube sub count and wondered how I'm full-time. And that's because I have around 430,000 followers on TikTok and around 250,000 or so on Instagram, and I do a lot of brand deals on those pages, maybe like 1 or 2 a month. And in the last year, I've roughly made around 130, 140,000 pounds. And I'm just going to go now into how exactly I've managed to achieve that, and then talk about how I'm going to apply what I know from short form brand deals to then my YouTube long form monetization strategy. So the reason I've been so successful in my short form content is primarily down to the fact that most of my content is based off of products and services. I go out and find things that have been made for creators, and I make videos on them. I just find what I think is interesting and valuable, and I share it. And what that means is that my feed is an absolute just heaven for brands, because they come onto my page and they can see exactly how I would make a video for them, because I've already made lots of videos on perhaps a similar service or a website or a product, and they can just see how if I made an ad for them, they already know how I would kind of make it, and then they would just see it slotting into my video feed. And because it just fits in there seamlessly, there's also less risk to the brand of it flopping, because primarily on short form content, people know that when people do ads, a lot of the time it doesn't fit with their normal content and it performs really badly. But for me, because my whole feed kind of looks like ads, I don't really have that happen to me that often, unless there's a real misalignment with the thing that I'm promoting and the content that I create. But that moves me on in terms of like how I decide to pick and choose brand deals. So when it comes to evaluating whether I say yes to a brand, I usually look at 3 or 4 things. Is it the right fit for my audience? Like, is the product actually aimed at my audience? Okay, yes. Then I'll go and look at it. Like, is it actually good? Is it valuable? Okay, yes. Who are the brand? Are they a big brand, medium, small brand? And then how much are they going to pay? Ideally, all of those boxes would be ticked. So it's aligned with my audience. It's a great product or service. It's a big brand and they pay a lot of money. Oh, that absolute yes. But often those things don't always happen. Sometimes it's a big brand, but they don't have much budget. Sometimes it's a small brand and they've got a lot of budget, but the tool's really shit. Sometimes it's not really aligned with my audience. It's a good product and they're paying a lot of money, but it's not really, you know, it's like a finance product. And I'm like, yeah, I don't do finance content. So I usually just try and, you know, balance things out. Just think, you know, fundamentally, is it a good product or service? That is usually the main thing that I look at, and it's also aimed at my audience. And then the brand and the money thing kind of come second and third as to whether I take the deal. But I won't lie, it's hard. I've taken deals that I regret taking, because when I first started getting brand deals, it's very hard to say no to what is considered easy money. When you start getting offered 500 and then 1,000 and then 2,000 just to make a video, it can seem like, wow, I can do that in one evening. This is really nice money. But you also have to think about your integrity as a creator in terms of what you promote. When it comes to managing like negotiation, I've just got a few tips here. The best thing I can say is just go high. The worst that you can say is no. Lots of brands try and lowball creators because they take advantage of the fact that a lot of people don't know their worth, or they've not done many brand deals. I've been through this, you know, everyone has been through this. So I would just say, just whatever you think about charging, times it by like 2 or 3, and you'll be surprised how many brands say yes. And then the best thing that you can do to get as much money as possible is just to stack deliverables. Think about whether you can cross promote, link in bio, link in description, whether you offer organic usage, ad usage. So when a brand comes to me and they want a TikTok or an Instagram post, I'll usually go minimum spend is around £5,000. However, if you cross promote, that'll cost 6,000 or 7,000. You can have ad usage for 1,000 or so a month, organic usage for 500. So ad usage is when I give them a license to run my video as an ad. Sometimes brands like to put paid spend behind an ad. And in order for them to do that, they need to have my approval to do that, and usually you charge them a monthly fee for that. You don't just give them that for free or give it as a flat fee. You say, no, you've got to pay for that per month. So they might go, yeah, we want to run ads for a month or 3 months. Okay, this is how much it's going to cost. Organic usage is then posting it on their socials. They might come to you and go, oh, running ads and running organic, this is really beneficial to you, you'll get more reach. No, that's bullshit. You barely get any traffic from organic and ad usage run by another brand. Don't listen to that. No, it costs you money. Stop trying to take advantage of me. And yeah, if you can start deliverables, then you can then just give the brand more to think about, and it increases the chances of them paying your rate. Because actually, if you're making one video, what else can you give them that doesn't really cost you more time? Well, cross-promoting doesn't really cost you more time. In terms of making the video is the main thing. Adding a link in my bio doesn't cost you more time. Ad usage, organic usage doesn't cost you more time. So we're adding all of these things that doesn't cost us more time. So we might as well stack as many as possible to then get them to try to agree the rate or to negotiate kind of somewhere in the middle. And when it comes to free gifts as well, because a lot of people will ask about this, again, when you start getting brand deals, generally when you're smaller, brands will try and be like, oh yeah, we'll send you it for free. I mean, brands do it to me as well. Best thing I can say with the free gift stuff, everybody likes receiving free gifts. Ultimately, you should say no. I want cash, but sometimes they don't have cash, and sometimes brands are just difficult. And what I would recommend doing is whatever you've priced yourself at. Say you price yourself at $1,000. If they come in and say, we want you to make a video for a $200 product, say, first try and say, have you got budget? I'm $1,000. If they say no, sorry, we don't have budget, say, okay, based on the fact you don't have budget, I think that a fair agreement would be that if you actually send me more products. And what I do is I go on their website, because the thing is that the product they might be sending you might not be something that you want or you need, but you just want it because it's free, Go on their website, see if they've got other products, because often they do, that you actually want and need or like, and just go shopping. Pick all of those, add them up to $1,000, and then go back to the brand and say, hey, I know you haven't got any cash. This product is worth $200. I'm happy to accept the deal if you also send me this, and this. Brands find it much easier to say yes to giving you more free gifts than to give you cash that they don't have, because they'd have to get approval for that cash. They won't be able to get approval. They don't want to do that. But sending free gifts is usually a lot easier. And in my experience, when I've done this, it always seems to work. And also, if a brand does have cash, say I'm $3,000 and they've only got $1,500, I'll also do the same. So I'll go, okay, I'm happy to accept $1,500, but I also want $1,500 worth of product. And again, I've done this and it does work. So that would be my top tip there for when you're managing like gifting and negotiating. But above all else, just take your time with brand deals. Don't rush them. Again, like I said before, you just want to manage your integrity. It will be nice when they start coming in, but just make sure that you're really evaluating whether it's right for you. Because as I said, I've made the wrong decisions in the past where I've said yes, I've gone and done the video, I've gone to make it, and I've really hated making it. It stressed me out. It's made me just feel a bit shit promoting something that actually I didn't do enough homework on, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this again. So yeah. Learning to say no is the hardest thing, but if you can learn to say no early on, you'll set yourself up for a much brighter and successful future, because you maintain that integrity and trust from your audience. And so based on some of those learnings, this is the strategy that I'm going to apply to my YouTube channel. The 3 ways I'm really looking to monetize is integrated videos, long-term partnerships, and good affiliate deals. So I'm going to go and look for products or services that I use that I also think my audience will find valuable. I currently get a few inbounds at the moment from brands, but they're not really ones that I like or want to promote. And because I charge plus $5,000 on my short form and my YouTube channel isn't that big, when I get a brand that I don't really know or like that much and isn't the right fit, only offering 1,000 or 2,000, going back to that way that I evaluate them, well, if they're not that good a fit, they're not that good, and they're not offering me really much money, it's just like it's just not worth it for me. So the way that I'm now going about it is I'm thinking about, okay, which products or services do I want to promote to my audience? And this might be subscription services, music ones, editing asset libraries, just anything that just helps creators. And what I want to do here is just have a few key partners that are kind of the best products or services in their categories, and start to build a relationship with them long term, so that potentially they give me repeat business. And then I also am looking at their affiliate schemes as well, because typically people hear the word affiliate schemes and you think, Amazon, e-commerce products that generally pay shit. But from my perspective, subscription affiliate schemes are lucrative as hell. They pay very, very well. A lot of the subscription services will pay like 30-40% recurring revenue every month on that person's subscriptions. So if you sign up through one of my affiliate links to, let's just say, Envato elements and you pay like $20 a month, I'll take like $8, $9, $10 from that. And if I sign 10 people, that's potentially $100 a month, $1,000 a year. Stack that up again across like 6, 7 different affiliate schemes that are just there in the background. As we said, YouTube is the long game, similar with the AdSense, just bringing people into that subscription. You will start to make lots of passive income here. The affiliate scheme money and the AdSense money are the real long-term passive money makers when it comes to YouTube, because the difference between YouTube and short form platforms is the fact that you can have links. Instagram and TikTok just don't like links. They don't like you clicking off platform, where YouTube, you can obviously have the link in the description. I've actually just started to put a few in my description. So as you can see here, I've got one for Epidemic and Artlist. They're the 2 music services that I most recommend to people. You've got Motion Array and Envato. They're the 2 best asset libraries that I recommend. And then you've got 1 of 10, which is another tool for finding outlier videos, which I really like. All of these have really good affiliate schemes where you are basically making 30-40% of the deal. And these ones will just be like the main ones that sit in my descriptions the whole time. And I'm not actively promoting these in every video. They're just there. If people see them and they click on them, then great. But I'm not hard selling these. However, because I like all of these subscription services and I do use them and I do recommend them, occasionally I might organically promote it in one of the videos. I might say, oh, by the way, I've seen a lot of you comment on the music that I put in my videos, like the track I've got on now. By the way, I got this from Epidemic Sound. There's actually a link in my description to the affiliate there if you want to check it out. Bang. Really subtle, really organic. Like, I'm using this service and I know people ask about it and I just subtly promote it there. Maybe people go to that, maybe you don't. And the nice thing about doing this is how you kind of build up some proof and evidence to brands that you can convert and influence. Lots of brands get people email them like, hey, I have this many followers, this many subs, these are my average views, this is my audience. Okay, great. I'll add that to the list of all of the other hundreds of applicants that I've got asking for brand deals. However, if you come to the table and go, hey, I joined your affiliate scheme 6 months ago. I've been kind of subtly promoting it organically, or one better, I actually made a dedicated video for you. Again, going back to my short form, where if you're actually making videos about products and services, you then have this portfolio that you can show brands, this is how I would make a video for you, or this is like a organic way that I promoted your video. So here's an example. And then this is now the data. As you can see, I'm converting this many people. And so they can actually see, okay, this person has actually signed up 30 people. Now we can actually start to look at maybe doing an integrated video with this person, trial it, and we start to build a long-term relationship here. And this is where I'm kind of focusing on. So I am looking to kind of build my affiliate referrals up for these platforms, and then start approaching them saying, hey, look, I really like your product or service. I promote it regularly and organically. Would you fancy doing an integrated video? And maybe we could have a longer term partnership here. Maybe we could actually sign 4 or 5 videos over the year and just lock in some budget there. And then once I've started to do this and build the relationships, we can then also move forward to having more bespoke custom affiliate deals. Don't be afraid to ask a brand and say, hey, look, I drive you a lot of business and make you guys a lot of money. Give me something that's unique and better for me and my audience that's just above your kind of general affiliate scheme. Honestly, do that. And also, if you find a product or service that you use and you want to kind of organically tell your audience about, but they don't have an affiliate scheme, just ask them. I've done this before and said, do you guys have an affiliate scheme? And they said, no, but we're working. I said, yeah, please, because like I want to promote your product and because I like it, and we could have a good partnership here. And that's was set up by one brand in my short form content, and I make £300 to £400 a month from this affiliate scheme because I've got about 35 people on their subscription, costing around like $30-40 a month or so, and I take around 30-40%. I can't remember the actual maths there, but it's good money there. And this was the first affiliate deal that I did where I was like, wow, $300-400. If I just had 10 of these just working in the background, what? I'd be a millionaire. No, I wouldn't, but So that's kind of my strategy there for YouTube. Trying to find the brands that I actually use and would organically promote. They also have a good affiliate scheme so that I can organically recommend them over time to drive my own revenue through the affiliate signups. And then we also work on doing integrated videos across the year. I don't know how much for yet. I'm looking at 1,000 to 2,000 at my channel size, and that will pick up over time. But all of those things combined together, if I'm doing 1 or 2 a month, and then the affiliate schemes, then I might be looking at 30, 40,000 a year for just the YouTube brand deals and partners. But this will take time. I won't lie, I'm in a position where I kind of do have a little bit of leverage because I have other accounts that are big, so I could use that to my advantage to get brands' attention. But if you're a lot smaller, I would say just take your time. It will take time to build your reputation and name up and have brands recognize you. But once you get to that point, honestly, it won't even hide the fact that you can make a fucking lot of money from brand deals. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, it's influencer marketing is dying out. It's not. It is not. Brands are spending money. It all just depends on what niche you're in. I'm very fortunate. I have found myself in a niche that is spending. That might not be true for every niche. But yeah, I'm just talking from experience. Hopefully there were some things in there that you could take on and apply to your own niche. If you have any questions, then drop it in the comments. But hopefully it was helpful. See you in the next video. Have a great week.